This advice is nine saying that the female saying there's 9 subjects that live inside the residence. He may have shot them all.
The morning of April 19th, 2026 began like any other in the quiet Cedar Grove neighborhood of Shreveport. The sun had barely begun to rise. Streets were still, houses were quiet. Inside those homes, families slept, unaware that within minutes, everything was about to change. At 5:55 a.m., the first 911 call came in, a domestic disturbance. Then another call followed, gunshots. Then another, more gunshots. Within moments, police realized they weren't dealing with a single incident. This was something far larger, something unfolding across multiple locations at once.
Dispatch 11B1, 10B1, 10B2. Hello, shooting just occurred, from the fire department, 355 West 79, 355 West 79. Saying they have a patient with a gunshot wound, patient is subject inside the house. This call came from fire department, no other information. Area 4 supervising copy. Have a subject on the line saying a male has been shot. Caller stating she is on top of the house and the patient and the assailant are inside the residence. She's not answering any questions, refusing to cooperate with the call taker, saying she doesn't know what happened. 558.
But she's on top of the house?
10-4, that's what she's telling the call taker. I don't know if the subjects are 86 or not. The original call came from the fire department. We're trying to get some information. 559. Saying it's going to be a 30-year-old brother. They think that's male that's been shot. 559. Units advise it's 9. Saying that the female saying there's 9 subjects that live inside the residence. Saying he may have shot them all. Unknown if that female is 86. Female on the line doesn't know the address. I see fire department has 355 West 79. 602.
She's on the side of the house over here.
134, right? Go ahead.
Got anybody with a shield?
Dispatch, any unit with a shield?
We have one at the Moncal substation. We can run it out to you.
2B1 dispatch. Do we have SMD and route? We'll have 2 victims that shot.
10-4, their stage. Can they enter?
Negative dispatch. Have them meet us at 79th and Caldell. We still have unknown inside the house. 10-4.
10-4, I'll put in the fire department's call.
Dispatch, who's day shift lieutenant on my side?
2B1 dispatch. Can we get SMD and route? We're going to have a GSW to the face.
Okay. 134 had need to meet, tell them the stage at West 79th and Caldell. So they need to enter?
Have them meet them at 79th and Linwood, dispatch, because again, we still have unknown inside this house.
Copy 10B1?
Yeah, we just dispatch.
Dispatch, we have D shift lieutenant on my side.
Don't have one.
Yeah, 115's on channel. Go ahead.
Dispatch, do we have an east side lieutenant?
115 is on channel. Go ahead.
I think she'll give you a call.
Another 45 at 504 Harrison, 504 Harrison. Saying they have a female with a gunshot wound to the face. The assailant left the scene. Maybe stated or to the call you're on, unsure. They sent a separate call at 504 Harrison.
What was that on Harrison, dispatch?
Hey, 134. Fire department just sent another 45 that occurred at 504 Harrison, saying a complainant was a Christina Snow, said her boyfriend is the one that did the shooting. They have a female with a gunshot wound to the face, saying the assailant left the scene, left her with all the children, saying 3 juveniles are inside. Maybe related to the call you're on, 608.
Yeah, 10-4. She said that the assailant left?
10-4, that's what fire department put in the call, saying the assailant left the scene, saying it was her boyfriend.
Lieutenant Darcy is bringing the shield to the scene, so we're going to wait on him to enter. 10-4.
10-4, 609. You on the West 79th or the one that just came in?
79th. Dispatch, we're going to need some east side units over here, 10-4, because I've got to hold down 79th and I need somebody on Harrison. Stop right there. 134 dispatch. Did we ever get any east side units?
10-4. East side dispatch is talking to 156.
We have any canine available. That would work awesome.
Officers rushed toward Harrison Street, where the first violence had been reported. Inside one home, they found a woman critically injured, shot multiple times. That woman was later identified as Christina Snow, the mother of 3 children. She had been shot 9 times, but even in that condition, she managed to tell police something that would immediately escalate the situation. Her children were gone, and the man responsible was their father. That man was Shamar Elkins, a 31-year-old father, former National Guard member, and a man whose life, according to those who knew him, had been unraveling for months. After shooting Christina Snow, Elkins didn't stay. He left, and he drove to another house. That house was on West 79th Street. Inside that home were 8 children, 5 girls, 3 boys, all between the ages of 3 and 11. Some were asleep, some had just woken up. None of them had any idea what was about to happen. What happened next would become one of the deadliest acts of domestic violence in recent U.S. history. Inside that house, 8 children were shot and killed. 7 of them were Elkins' own. The 8th was a relative, a young boy named Marcaden Pugh. The others were his children. Jayla Elkins, just 3 years old. Shayla Elkins, 5. Braylon Snow, 5. Kadarian Snow, 6. Kayla Pugh, 6. Lila Pugh, 7. Soraya Snow, 11. 8 children, 8 lives, gone in a matter of minutes. Investigators later determined that most of the children were attacked in their sleep. There was little chance to react, little chance to escape. But not everyone in that house died. One woman survived. Shanakia Pugh, Elkins' wife, and the mother of 4 of the children, was also shot but lived. Another woman, Keosha Pugh, along with her 12-year-old daughter, escaped in a desperate attempt to survive. They jumped from the roof. It was the only way out. They survived, injured but alive. Inside the house, a chilling phone call was made. A family member later recalled hearing the words, "He done shot the kids. He killed the kids." By this point, the situation had already escalated beyond anything local police had experienced. But it still wasn't over. After the killings, Elkins fled again. He carjacked a vehicle. Armed and dangerous, he sped away as police closed in.
Well, he just stole a vehicle. There's gonna be a red Kia Sport. Yeah. He said he should be. He might be on Long's dispatch.
10-4.
It's gonna be a red Kia Sport. You're gonna have dark tinted windows.
10-4. Action, did they go?
282 to 134.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you need me?
Harrison.
222, dispatch. I'm behind the red Kia Sportage with red dark tinted windows. We are headed northbound on the 49, crossing Hollywood.
He'll be on with a rifle too. He's gonna subject that trouble.
Do we got anybody that can get behind 200 unit?
10-4, 282 is rerouting. You going southbound or northbound? Going northbound 49, coming up on Kings Highway.
So just keep him in sight until you get back up behind you, 10-4.
10-4.
The chase moved across city lines, from Shreveport into neighboring Bossier City. Officers pursued him, knowing the scale of what had just happened, knowing that time mattered, knowing they had to stop him before anyone else was hurt.
682 en route.
And 1282, you're behind the red Kia Sportage.
Christina Alpha 8 en route. 10B2, dispatch, we got a victim on top of the roof. 222 dispatch, we're crossing Chief Highway right now. Still on 49.
Lieutenant Darcy, what's your 20?
222, have you lit him up yet? 10-4. As soon as I hit a U-turn, he started running red lights. Ran 2 red lights.
Lieutenant Darcy, what's your 20, please?
Stand by, Sergeant Rice. Dispatch, give 222 the channel.
It's already at 33.
10-4, I'm going to be getting on 49 northbound at 20. I'll be waiting shortly. So like we're taking I-20 east. We're taking exit I-20 east. Ready to, 32, Kings Highway.
10-4, 617.
Dispatch, we are about to head over to Bossier. We are I-20 East, coming up on the Market and Spring exit.
132 is fine. 134 dispatch. Go ahead. Leave the 200 cars on west side. Everybody else on the 45s go to east side. And 33 east side for me.
115 to Sergeant Rice. I need you to go to ComAg real quick. Dispatch, verify that information that you just put in the calls for service. There may be 3 kids in that car, but the 200 meters behind them.
Alright, 622, I'm crossing over the Red River Bridge now. See you later.
651, Bossier City. 10-4, they've notified Bossier.
Get off on Ben Road.
113 to that 200 meter behind that vehicle. Be advised there may be children in that vehicle.
Boys, running every night in Bossier on Ben Road. Anybody verify the kids, please? Anybody verify the kids in there?
Hey, second car up. Go ahead and start calling out this pursuit. Dispatch, we're getting on 220 heading eastbound off of Benton Road.
Alright, the neighborhood is one way in and one way out. This is on Waxworth Avenue, Bossier.
626.
Got him trapped in. Should be a cul-de-sac.
627.
Yeah, 10-4 is. If we stop back here, he's there's no way else to get back out to his main entrance.
At approximately 6:29 a.m., the pursuit reached its final moments. Police confronted Elkins, shots were fired, and within minutes, it was over.
He has a rifle. He has a short rifle. What's the exact location? I gotta look. I swear he just cocked that rifle, so pointing in the direction.
Yeah, that's a rifle out here.
Hey, is it north or is it left or right when you turn up in Tiburon? To the right.
Shots fired this way. Units, what location do y'all need SRT at? Units, what do y'all need SRT to ride to?
400 block of Brompton. In Tiburon. Hey, dispatch, can you listen out for Bossier just in case this homeowner call in and tell them to move to the far right side of the house?
10-4, we know about info.
Okay, if we call, we want them on the side with a garage in the back. Dispatch, you know his name?
What's the name?
Name of our suspect.
Is it the Shamar Elkins?
You saying Shamar?
10-4, Shamar Elkins. Is that the suspect? Units, you also need a drone at 400 Brompton.
Units, the car is empty. No children in the car. Repeat, the car is empty.
Hey, Lieutenant Darcy, did you bring that shield from the substation?
I'll get it.
You said you do have it in your car?
I'm running to the car. I'll get it.
Alright, give it to Coker. Coker, you bring it to me.
Is it on your back seat?
No, Lieutenant Darcy is bringing it to you. I want you to come this way and bring it to me. We're going to ease up on him and see if he's moving.
Careful.
Coker.
Yeah.
Hey, go in my trunk of my car and grab the flashbang out of my belt.
At 7:03 a.m., just over an hour after the first 911 call, Shamar Elkins was dead. 9 lives had been lost that morning, 8 children, and the man who killed them. But while the violence ended there, the questions were just beginning. Investigators quickly began piecing together what had led to this, and what they found painted a disturbing picture. Elkins was not a stranger to violence. In 2019, he had been convicted of a firearms-related offense after firing a gun near a school. He had also struggled with mental health issues. Family members later revealed that in the weeks leading up to the attack, he had been experiencing what they described as dark thoughts. He had recently been evaluated at a Veterans Affairs hospital. He had spoken about suicide, about losing control, about losing his family. At the center of it all was a relationship breaking apart. Elkins and his wife were separating. There was an upcoming court date, and according to those close to him, he was deeply distressed about it. One relative later recalled him saying, "I don't want to lose my wife." Another revealed something even more chilling, a threat he had made in the past, that if his family left him, he would kill them and himself. Those warnings went unfulfilled until that morning. Investigators also uncovered how he obtained the weapon used in the attack. The gun, a .22 caliber AR-style pistol, had been in the possession of another man, a convicted felon, a man who legally should not have had access to any firearm. That man later told investigators he believed Elkins had taken the weapon from his truck. He admitted he noticed it missing weeks before the shooting, but nothing was reported, nothing was stopped. Now, federal charges have been filed in connection with that weapon. In the days following the shooting, the city of Shreveport struggled to process what had happened. Police described the scene as one of the most gruesome they had ever encountered.
Over 30% of our crimes and 30% of our murders in the city of Shreveport are domestic in relation. Now that number has gone up. We've more than doubled our homicides in the city of Shreveport because of one act of domestic violence. We as a community, black, white, Republican, Democrat, need to stand together and fight for what is right. This is nothing but pure evil. We can have 100 new police cars. We can have a brand new, beautiful, multi-million-dollar police substation right up the road. But until we stop this violence, the cycle of violence, like I've said over and over again, we're going to still be standing here, and it's only going to get worse.
Because the truth is this: domestic violence is not a private issue. It's not a family issue. It is a community issue. And when we fail to respond in a coordinated, consistent, and compassionate way, people die. This tragedy is a painful reminder that we cannot afford to work in silos. We cannot afford to wait until the next crisis. We cannot afford to treat domestic violence as an afterthought. We must ensure that every victim, every mother, every father, every child has access to safety, support, and intervention before the violence escalates. So today, I'm calling on every leader in this parish to join us in building a fully coordinated, community-wide response to domestic violence.
The mayor called it one of the worst tragedies in the city's history.
We stand in difficult times. One of the things that I think is most important is that if you are experiencing abuse and violence in your home, seek the resources. Don't stay where you are. Seek the resources to escape. The biggest lesson that we have is that we must protect those who cannot protect themselves. There are resources available. Take advantage of those resources. We mourn for these children. We mourn for the women who are recovering, we hope. We pray for their recovery and healing. And we ask that the community draw together to give support to these families and these victims.
Memorials began appearing almost immediately. Candles, flowers, stuffed animals, small reminders of the lives that had been lost. 8 children, each with a future, each with a story that would now never be told. Christina Snow, the mother who survived after being shot 9 times, remains hospitalized. Reports say she still has a bullet lodged in her face. She is able to speak, but struggles with memory. At times, she reportedly believes her children are still alive. For the families, there is no closure. There is no explanation that makes sense. Only grief. Only silence.
Say, Daddy, can I get this bag of chips? I'm never gonna get to hear my nieces say, Guncle, can I get a nana? Guncle, you going to work? Guncle, are you okay? I'm never gonna hear that again.
Experts have described this case as a family annihilation, a rare but devastating form of violence where the perpetrator targets their own family. These cases often follow patterns: relationship breakdowns, mental health struggles, feelings of control slipping away. But even with those patterns, they are incredibly difficult to predict and even harder to prevent. This case has reignited conversations across the country about domestic violence, about mental health, about access to firearms, about warning signs, and about what more can be done to stop tragedies like this before they happen. Because the truth is, events like this rarely come out of nowhere. They build, quietly, behind closed doors, in moments that may seem small at the time, until one day, they aren't. 8 children woke up that morning. They should have gone to school, played outside, laughed, grown up. Instead, their lives ended before the day even began. Jayla Elkins, Shayla Elkins, Braylon Snow, Kadarian Snow, Kayla Pugh, Lila Pugh, Marcaden Pugh, Sarissa Snow. Say their names, remember them, because they are more than a headline, more than a statistic. They were children, and their story should never be forgotten.
Before you go, look around you, because the next story might not be as far away as you think. This is Red Call, and we'll be waiting for the next case.